Sam Hayes out, and that leaves Electric Eric Freedom against Mike Mercury and Jason Green, 2 Club Elite members, and you got to believe that they're going to double team him to death.
You know, one thing they never tell you, when you're coming into 2-ring battle royal, they ought to market it in this way.
Oh, Mike Mercury was just eliminated.
They ought to market them 40 men, 80 nipples. Because that's what it comes down to.
80 nipples?
What a strapping lad.
And I hear a lot of that goes on in England, too.
Easy.
Eric Freedom thought he eliminated Jason Green, but nothing doing, and he realizes that. Meanwhile, Jason Green, what a flying shoulder tackle. Great athletic move by Jason Green.
It's quite the jumpy one.
Quite. And the power of Jason Green. Eric Freedom is no small man. And here's Jason Green just lifting him up like a sack of potatoes.
A very large sack of potatoes.
Yes.
A multicolored sack of potatoes.
Yes, I would suppose so.
With some wavy gravy.
Is that like groovy gravy?
No, but it goes good with potatoes. What is going on outside? What?
They're molesting Jamie Kennedy.
Bad form.
That is bad form. What did the Weasel ever do to them? Besides be annoying.
That is...
And definitely a blue light special by Electric Eric Freedom to Jason Green.
The hippie hits him in Cornwall.
We call it the Nads around here, sir.
The nether regions, down south is what my point is.
And Eric Freedom, he stays in. Jason Green thinks he won. And now Jason Green sees him and goes back to work. He realizes now that he hasn't won the match at all.
Going to be mashed potatoes before the evening is through.
And Eric Freedom, he crawls back in yet again. What tenacity by Eric Freedom. I didn't think hippies had this kind of tenacity.
That is perhaps the most tenacious sack of potatoes I have seen. And he wins!
And he wins!
Goal!
This isn't soccer. This isn't hockey.
What a heart-wrenching win! For Electric Eric Freedom.
As opposed to a heart-wrenching loss, I suppose.
Well, it's a loss for the other man, the other bloke, the other gent.
Jason Green.
Yes, that's right. The wanker.
I haven't seen him wank out in public.
That's just the phrase. He's a wanker.
All right. And, there's Kevin Krueger. Kevin Krueger, who basically had the Battle Royal handed to him after Camp Stefano, just ran everyone outside.
The tension is palpable.
Yes, I suppose so.
I'm looking forward to that later tonight.
We'll be right back. We're back in the watering hole. Wizard of Todd, along with me again, is Professor Roderick J. McFarquhar, and what's going to be a #1 contenders match.
I tell you that Diana Ross, she had a voice on her. Too bad she had to get the big head and go off on her own.
What does that have to do with the #1 contenders match?
That's who's singing right now. Diana Ross is singing.
That's well and good, but it's nothing.
Puff Daddy did the music, but it's Diana Ross's voice that's singing right now.
And this has something to do with the price of eggs in Manitowoc because
I like Diana.
he's from the 60s. The man's perpetually on, I don't know, something.
Capricet.
What's that?
You gotta talk to your doctor about that. Ask your daughter, your doctor.
Ask my daughter. I don't have one, I think.
Well, if you did, she'd be on Capricet.
Apparently so.
Well, so now they got that moody guy that like singing.
Well, I can tell he has mushrooms on his pizza because he's coming in to Jimmy Morrison music.
That's Jim Morrison. He had a look to him, but I tell you.
You tell me what?
He squandered it on the whole hippie thing. He had talent, not like Bob Goulet. He had talent.
And, well, Eric Freedom, you know, I noticed something. Oh, there's his Fruit Loops. I was wondering where those ran off to.
Are those Fruit Loops, though?
Yes. They are Fruitalicious. Why does it come out with Fruit Loops?
Oh, my. The Technicolor colors are getting colorful in my color thing.
I guess I should have ordered mushrooms on my pizza.
Wow, thank God the colors are staying the same, though.
Yeah. I can see the sounds, dude.
Oh!
Oh my God, he's making us all trip.
Oh, dear Lord. This is like an episode of the Ed Sullivan Show when the birds came on.
This is like some sort of 70s music advertisement.
I told you I had the Fruit Loops thing. Hey, woman, you stand.
This is going to be a good match.
It should be. Two of the best in the Midwest, Kevin Krueger and Eric Freedom, are about to lock horns. And
metaphorically speaking, just so our people in our audience know, they do not, neither of them have horns.
I have a question.
Yes.
Who's the old man being the referee?
Why, I don't know. Who is that? That looks like Jim Sharkey.
Jim Sharkey?
Ed Sharkey.
Ed?
The AWA, like, famous guy.
Oh, is he like alive yet? I guess so.
I would imagine.
Although he kind of looks like Keith Richards, in which case he would obviously be dead.
You know, Keith Richards had traces of blood in his heroin, the last I heard.
Yeah, I hate when that happens.
Ed Sharkey, wow, he's a classic.
Oh, suicide dive by Eric Freedom. Gets Kevin Krueger on the floor, and Eric Freedom, and there's Stefano doing his thing, being a punk as usual. You know, sometimes he does color commentary with me. And that's almost as bad as when Matt Byron does color with me. This is horrible.
Boy, I tell you that Ed Sharkey, now he's got some credentials. He's a former light heavyweight champion of AWA.
All right.
And he is known as the trainer of champions.
The trainer of he's Captain Lou Albano.
Why, if you say so.
He's lost a lot of weight. I mean, where's the rubber bands?
And he's also alive.
I didn't even know that Captain Lou was sick.
Well, he's not sick anymore. His condition has stabilized.
Meanwhile, back in the ring, Kevin Krueger is going right to work on Eric Freedom. Picks him up. Right in the ropes they go. Oh, spine buster. Nicely executed by Kevin Krueger. Going for the cover.
Back in my day.
Only a 2 count. Back in your day.
We used to jump off cliffs and land on rocks until our spines shot out through our skulls. And that's the way it was, and we liked it.
What does this have to do with it?
We loved it. We had that spine buster. That made me think about it.
That's good. How much have you had to drink tonight, by the way?
I have had a few things to drink.
I can tell.
I'm doing fine.
Kevin Krueger continues his assault on Eric Freedom. Is he going for the lady killer? Oh, looks like Eric Freedom's blocking it. Krueger going for the lady killer. Small package by Eric Freedom. The cover. And where's the ref?
And let me tell you, along with the Percodan, wow.
Percodan?
You know, Percodan.
Okay.
And the Capricet. And the Marzipan.
Boy, it's a whole bunch of happy pills for you, isn't it, Professor?
And the Remerol. And the couscous.
Yes.
See, when you are a doctor, it's kind of life can get kind of fun.
Do you prescribe them to yourself?
I wouldn't.
Anyway, back in the match, Eric Freedom is looks like it is a reverse chin lock, and Eric Freedom is about to go off as Ed Sharkey is. Oh, he raises his other hand. No,
He's alive!
I wish I could say that about Ed Sharkey.
That's a nice toupee. That's quality work. That's top-notch, top shelf.
You know, I could use that as a welcome mat for, outside my apartment.
Someday, I hope it never comes, but someday I might need to talk to his furrier.
I see. And there, Kevin Krueger making love to himself. Oh, misses with the elbow. Both men are down. Ed Sharkey starts to count. I didn't know that they have counting way back, way in the Neolithic age. But apparently they did.
Neolithic, coming from Neo, Latin meaning new, and Lithos, Greek meaning stone.
Which is how Eric Freedom is most of the time.
He's into that new rock type stuff.
Quite. And that was not a lariat. That was a clothesline, because I don't think
He's not from Texas.
Not from Texas.
He's from somewhere in the 60s.
Oh, back body drop by Eric Freedom. Nicely done. Throws Kevin Krueger in the ropes again. Oh, back elbow. Kevin Krueger is being waylaid and laid to waist and all that kind of stuff. And Eric Freedom is about to go sky high.
The man was there already. This is just...
No, I meant literally, not figuratively.
Well,
you know what I mean. Oh, cross body by Eric Freedom. Doesn't go for the cover, though. What? He's doing the worm.
Now he's a break dancer.
What the heck is... How very... And meanwhile, Ed Sharkey, he's having a conversation with Angelo Stefano, probably about how he can start his heart pumping again.
Well, those pork rinds take a toll after a while.
Meanwhile, Kevin Krueger gets a nice reversal. Looks like he's going for the lady killer. Oh, Eric Freedom. He has scouted out Kevin Krueger very well. Rolls him up. And, oh my word, Kevin Krueger gave Eric Freedom a wedgie and he gets the pin.
What?
A wedgie gets the pin. It was a wedgie. I've never seen that used in a wrestling move before.
That is pathetic.
And because Ed Sharkey has the attention span of Jamie the Weasel Kennedy, I have a theory. I have a theory that Jamie Kennedy is really Ed Sharkey's love child.
How did you come up with that? You didn't even know who Ed Sharkey was before this match.
They both act as spastically the same as each other. They must... Now he's trying to explain things. Look, old man, when you stop reading your cuneiform, maybe you can go ahead and try to explain something. But most of us read and write the English language around here, Pops.
This guy looks like Jerry Stiller. Or at least the hair.
I had the mustache. That'd definitely be Jerry Stiller. Walks around like Jerry Stiller, like he has a board shoved up certain body parts. But
Serenity now!
Sorry.
What is going on here?
I think Ed Sharkey just realized he's actually dead and is trying to find a spot to fall down.
It looks just like the Technicolor hippie is a little pissed off.
Sharkey, the Fort Howard Cemetery is that way. Go find the nearest grave. Lay down. Leave us alone. Bye.